welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I've got a ton of new subscribers this year. Ironically, I've only posted one video, so it's weird, but welcome if you're new, or welcome back. So the main reason why I haven't been posting, I like to keep it lighthearted on here, but and I'm going to continue to do so, but the reason that I haven't been posting is my mental health has not been very good, and I'm not gonna like go too much into that, but it's just hard. So there's a lot of sad stuff happening in the world that's definitely contributing to it. I'm not even gonna like go into my thoughts and opinions on that. That's not what I want to use this channel for. But it's hard if you're already struggling when like the news is just constantly bad. But I think I'm still grieving as well. I felt like I was not still grieving, but grief is weird because you can think that everything is fine, and then you wake up one day and you're like, oh, this is not fine. So if you don't know, I lost my mom in 2020, at the beginning of 2020, after like a little over a year. She was diagnosed with cancer, so it was a very shocking and just generally traumatizing whole entire like lead up until that. And then so that she passed in January of 2020, and then we know what happened after that. So it's just been a weird time, and yeah, I just haven't been doing the greatest, but I'm doing lots of things to help myself. So I don't know, lately I feel like it's been marginally better, I guess. But on that same note, another reason why I've been unable to upload is because I feel like dumb or stupid for uploading the kind of content that I upload, which is like, look at my 70s kitchen, like here's my vintage TV. Like, it just seems so stupid during times like this. Like, who cares? This isn't important. Even though I don't think that way about anyone else, like anybody that I watch, I'm grateful that they upload, because I go to YouTube as like an escape from like real life, I guess. But I don't know. So I guess this is me just breaking the ice and just making this video, and then I can just start posting again, hopefully. I actually have about probably close to 20 videos already filmed. I just, again, when I think about editing them, I just feel weird and dumb and like stupid. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll just move on from that. And my heart goes out to anyone who is affected by like anything happening in the world right now. There's just so many things that are completely devastating, and I'm not like personally affected by any of them. Like, there's not a war going on in my country, but it's like affecting me emotionally. So I can only imagine if it was, you know, how much worse it would be if it's actually affecting you, like in your life. Okay. So I've gotten lots of comments like asking why I'm not uploading, or if I'm gonna upload again. Basically that's why. And then a long time went by, and I was like, I don't just want to upload like hey, here's a thrift haul. And I don't know, I feel so weird. I just feel really weird in general. I probably have been spending too much time by myself. I pretty much never leave the house. I've started leaving a little bit more recently, but anyway. Also, people have asked about Instagram, or like if I'm on social media. Going along with that, at the beginning of the year, I actually like deactivated my social media because, again, all this stuff going on in the world, I feel like people are being so hateful towards other people if they have different opinions, or I don't know. I feel like social media has definitely been helpful in some ways. Like, it's brought awareness to things that maybe would not have gotten the same attention. But overall, I feel like it's just had a negative impact on society. Like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this too much either, but I just snapped one day and I was like, I don't need this energy in my life. I saw something just really hateful posted about somebody that I know. I'm not close to this person, but I can't even talk about it or it's like gonna make me cry. So that was the moment I just decided that I did not need that energy in my life. And I thought I was just gonna take a break, but to be honest, I don't miss it. And every time I think about using it again, it gives me a lot of anxiety. So I feel like that's a sign that I should just be like done with it. Never say never, but I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I have like pretty much zero desire to use it. The only thing I will say is I do miss interacting with some people that I only interacted with on social media, but it's like the cons outweigh the pros for me when it comes to social media. So I think I'm probably just not going to use it and I'll just post YouTube videos, and I think that's kind of the extent of my like online stuff. So although I do really want to start a blog. I feel like I've been saying this for years and then I've just never done it, but I don't know, maybe. So this whole Christmas in July thing, I'm just gonna like move on from all of that because I don't want to talk too much about it, but I turned on my TV, went on the YouTube app, and the first thing I saw, you know, the screen will show you previews of videos. Well, this preview started playing of this Christmas in July, like craft. And I never watch crafting videos, but I felt intrigued by the, like, just what was playing. So I end up watching it, and then YouTube ends up playing another one immediately after. I end up watching that. I think I'm like 3 or 4 videos deep into watching these like Christmas in July videos, because now the algorithm is just feeding me all this Christmas in July. And I'm thinking to myself, what is this Christmas in July? I've definitely heard the term before, but I didn't know it was like that big of a thing. And then I think I Googled it, and like it turns out Hallmark is playing Christmas movies in July. And I was like, wow, this Christmas in July is really a thing. So that is so weird. I've lived here for over a year, and I think I've heard sirens a total of 2 times. And of course, when I'm filming, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but anyway, we live in the middle of nowhere where there is no police or ambulance or anything. I think they're at least 15 to 20 minutes away. So that's weird. A lot of elderly people live in this community though, so it kind of makes me a little nervous. So yeah, back to the Christmas in July. Apparently it's a thing. I didn't really know. I've definitely heard the term, like I said, but I didn't know it was like that big of a deal. Well, anyway, I have a whole box full of Christmas. It's really heavy. Of Christmas stuff that I've been like thrifting or finding like on Facebook Marketplace. I've just been saving it for like the end of the year, like in December. I think that's what I've done the past couple of years. I just post it all in one video, but I do have a lot of stuff. And so then I don't know, it must have been meant to be that I would see that, because I was in this box was in the same room that I was in when I was watching it, and I thought maybe I should just sit down and film a little Christmas in July haul and have a little chat, and then maybe I'll feel better about everything and not feel so anxious and weird, and we can just move on from there, and then I can post all of the other videos that I have. So we'll probably just put a timestamp for when I start showing stuff so that you guys don't have to everybody doesn't have to watch the whole 10-minute intro here. Anyway, yeah, so if you're unfamiliar or you're new here, I really love Christmas a lot. like a lot. I will say, in case you're just tapped in at the, like right now, it's mostly media, and I know that doesn't excite a lot of people, but it excites me a lot. So if you're unfamiliar, I love Christmas, and my favorite thing about Christmas is watching Christmas movies and listening to Christmas music, watching like old TV shows, like their Christmas episodes. That's my favorite part of Christmas. It's what I look forward to. I don't really care about Christmas dinner. I don't care about gifts. I don't even give gifts because I don't enjoy the commercial aspect of Christmas at all, but very into the holiday festive movies. So that's mostly what this is. I don't even remember, so it's kind of like Christmas for me because I've been collecting them all year. And then outside of the box, I do have 2 records as well. So let's just get into it because I've already been talking for over 10 minutes, and that was me trying to keep it concise. So I got 2 records so far. I think I might have got other records as well, like because I've been filming haul videos from thrifting, so there you might see some other things scattered throughout the videos that I post. But the first one I've got here is, I keep going to say Hillsong because I think that's something, but it's the Hillside Singers, which I didn't actually know that they were like a group outside of, they performed the song, the really famous song from the Coke commercial, I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing. It says it right on there, which is why I bought it. Plus I think that the record is cute too, which is another determining factor for me. I posted, I think last year or the year before, my Christmas record collection, which is pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. The other day I went through them to try and see if I could pare them down, and I could not. So we've got that one. I'm excited about that. And like I said, I didn't know they were an actual group, but they have like a whole all Christmas music. I mean, that song isn't Christmas, but I do like that song. So, and then we've got the Beach Boys Christmas album, which I'm pretty excited about. I actually didn't think, I don't think I knew they had a full Christmas album. I thought they just had, you know, the one song, Little Saint Nick. I found this on the Facebook Marketplace, and since I never leave the house, John is usually the one that does all the errands, so he went to pick it up. And the guy like answered the door, and he was like, "You must really love the Beach Boys if you're buying their Christmas album in June." And he was like, "Well," but John actually, when he was a kid, he really liked the Beach Boys, so we do actually listen to that Christmas song frequently. So now we'll get into the box, which this is the one thing I did remember that was in here that's like non-media. So I found a serving bowl of my china pattern, which this china is not vintage, but I do feel like holly and berries is a very classic pattern. Like that just it's never gonna go out of style. But I will say, I feel like it's probably, they don't make it anymore, but it's probably from the 2000s, maybe the 90s, but I don't even think it's that old. For some reason, which kind of baffles me, it's very, very expensive online, because I thrifted a full set like a few years ago, and I've been trying to find pieces to add to it. I think I added to it last year. And so I go on eBay sometimes to look and see, like, you know, if I can find different things that I don't have, like a gravy boat or another serving bowl. I feel like I looked for this online and it was probably like $20, $30, $40, plus I would have to pay shipping to Canada, which is expensive. So I got this one for $1. At my local Salvation Army has a whole room dedicated to Christmas that I actually didn't realize was there all year. So that's where I found that. And then, oh, I forgot about this. I got this little dish that's also like holly berries. This was from Value Village, it looks like, $7. I feel like $7 is kind of too much for this. says ESD Japan. I don't know what that stands for, but then it has this other sticker on it. Anyway, I thought it was cute, so $7 kind of seems like a lot though. I don't know. It's worth it to me if I like something, but just looking at it now and how small it is, I don't know. Oh, I forgot about these. Okay, so then at the Salvation Army as well, because they have a whole room dedicated to Christmas, I got these LED candles that you clip onto the branches of your tree. So I got three, and they were $2 a piece, which is pretty good. I have these in an Amazon wish list, like something similar, because I thought that maybe I could do like back in the day, people used to put real candles on their tree, like lit candles on a real tree. Every time I see this in like movies or TV or in a photo, I'm horrified. Like, I don't know how everyone didn't burn their house down, but apparently that's what they did. So I thought if I ever did a tree, and if I get more of these, I might do it this year. Just do like kind of an old-fashioned sort of looking tree, and then I could do the candles on it. Last year I recreated my grandma's tree, so maybe I could like recreate a tree from like a movie or something, or a TV show. That would be fun. I actually want to recreate my other grandmother's tree this year, so I've been trying to find things. I've been like looking at the photos and trying to find things to hopefully be able to do that. So then for music, I really probably should try not to talk as much because this video is going to be like an hour long because there's a lot in here. I found this CD. We don't really own too many CDs, although John has started collecting them, but the only CDs I really own are Christmas CDs, and I put them in the car at Christmas time. But I got Rosemary Clooney's Christmas album, which I was excited. She's one of the stars of White Christmas, if you're unfamiliar, which such a good movie. Such a good movie. One of my favorite scenes in that movie is when they're on the train and they're singing Snow. So I was excited to find that. That's the first time I've ever seen one of her like CDs or records. So now we've got a ton of VHS. So I shared this last year too, I think, my huge VHS collection. It's pretty big. I don't know how I found this much more that I didn't already have, but I'm pretty sure I have like over 100 just Christmas VHS. Not here, but like total. But I probably have like 25 to 30. Anyway, we'll just get started. I'll try. Some of these might be repeats though of what I've already owned because I have so much it's hard to remember. But I don't think I have most of these. So we found Little House on the Prairie, Christmas at Plum Creek. I love Little House on the Prairie. It was like a show that we watched in our family. Like my dad really liked Michael Landon. And so that's what it reminds me of, like being really young and watching Little House on the Prairie. But I haven't actually watched it for a long time, but I would watch that. And then we've got A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol is my favorite like Christmas story. I love all the versions. This one's 1951. No, this must be earlier than that. No, it does say 1951. Okay. Anyway, this has Alistair Sim. See, I feel like... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I feel like that's the 1950s version. I just said 1951. There's like a million versions of it, so that's why it's confusing sometimes. I also found The Preacher's Wife, which I'm not sure if I already own this. I was on the fence about it, but the fact that I didn't already own it, I needed to get it in case I didn't. I don't know if what I even said just makes any sense. Anyway, this is one of my favorite, like, more modern Christmas movies. I'm very much into the classic Christmas movies, but there are a few, like... This movie is, like, probably 30 years old almost, so I'm saying newer, but I consider newer films to be like 80s and up. So it's really good anyway. Denzel Washington is really good in this movie. It's just, I pretty much watch it every year. It's actually a remake of an older movie called The Bishop's Wife from, I think, maybe the 40s, maybe even the late 30s. But, and then I'm really excited about this. I found the Bewitched like Christmas episodes, and it says Christmas 2, so there must have been a first part. So this is clearly the later seasons with the you know, Darren 2, and it just has 2 episodes. It has the actually really controversial episode called Sisters at Heart, which I don't know if it's banned from TV or not, but it's very controversial. They literally did blackface in the episode. I'm trying to like remember the context, but it's been a while since I watched it. Anyway, I don't know. I do love Bewitched though. And then I found Abbott and Costello's Christmas show, which was sponsored by Colgate. So I really love watching old Christmas specials like from TV. A lot of times they were like sponsored by just a company. So I think they would just play those commercials during the whole thing. So this is like the Colgate Comedy Hour starring Abbott and Costello. I've never seen this before. A lot of times car companies would do them, quite a few. I like scour the internet looking for them, and then if I find them, I'll download them so that if they get taken down, I can still watch them. And then I just found these 2, like, they're like cartoon tapes, but the reason I bought them was because it says song sung by Bing Crosby. John actually found them for me and was like, do you want these? Yes, I love Bing Crosby so much. And then we've been buying like a ton of VHS lots as well, which you'll see in upcoming videos. So any Christmas things I've just been putting to the side. Then we've got one, this is a Canadian cartoon from the 80s, I think. It's called The Snowman. At least I think it's Canadian. It's either like Canadian or the UK. Yeah, 1982. It's definitely gives me Canadian TV vibes. If you like live in Canada, you probably know what I mean. It's just like very different tone. But I might even already own this, but in case we didn't, we decided to get it. And then there's a movie I've never seen before, but this is giving me like made for TV movie in the 80s vibes, but it's called The Night They Saved Christmas. So before they had like Hallmark Channel and like the whole Christmas movies on Hallmark, they just had like made for TV movies like back in the 80s. There's one that I really like that I watched when I was a kid, starring Dolly Parton. I forget what it's called. I think it's on YouTube though, because I think that's where I last watched it. And this is giving me the same kind of vibe. It's called Just in Time for Christmas. I've never seen it or heard of it before either, but I will pretty much watch any Christmas movie at least one time. Same thing with this one. It's called A Hobo's Christmas. 1995. And another one, The Christmas Box. Same thing, probably just like a made for TV movie. And then this is like the best. I've never seen or heard of it, but I can't wait to watch it. Again, giving me made for TV vibes. Oh, Hallmark Entertainment. Maybe this was like the OG Hallmark movie. Anyway, it is a Christmas movie called Mrs. Santa Claus, starring Angela Lansbury. I screamed in the store when I saw this. I was like, we have to get this. I can't wait to watch it. I love Murder, She Wrote. I was actually thinking about watching it the other day. I was like, I should start watching Murder, She Wrote again. And then we also got Home Alone 2. I think we might already have that, but I wasn't sure because all of the Christmas stuff is packed away. So I have no idea what we have or what we don't have because all the Christmas stuff is there and then like Easter and fall and is in front of it. So My leg is like falling asleep. Okay, I just had to take a little break there because my leg is like completely numb. It's like waking up now. It's really painful. Okay, I need to take another break. Okay, that was like the worst case of pins and needles I think I've ever experienced in my life. My whole entire leg was completely numb. Like I couldn't feel, like I couldn't even feel that my foot was attached to my leg, which probably isn't very good, but anyway, it's not so bad now. I did find another VHS. So this one came in a VHS slot. I would not have purchased this, Ernest Saves Christmas, because I feel like these movies are really cheesy. However, I don't think I've seen it in a very long time. Like I don't remember the premise of it or anything, so I don't know. I feel like this is one of those movies, like sometimes you watch a movie when you're a kid and you're like, not that you love it, but then you watch it as an adult and you're like, wow, this is really bad. I can't believe I watched this. That's it. But I don't know. I figured we could just keep it and maybe watch it. But anyway, now we're getting into DVDs. Wait, what? Oh, I actually got some magazines too. I love getting Christmas like themed magazines, and I just put them out on the coffee table and look through them during the season. So I just got 3. So I love Better Homes and Gardens. So when I saw that, Christmas cookies, I thought that was cool. I mean, I'm not sure how old. They're probably not that old. Oh, 2001. This is 21 years old. That makes me feel really like uncomfortable when I think about the fact that 20 years ago was like not in the last century. 2001. That's the year that I moved out. Which also makes me feel old. And then, okay, this one's 2007. It's not that old, but that's still 15 years old. Christmas cookies again. Oh, I guess they just do one every year, maybe. And then this one, which is, oh, this one's 2021. So this is just last year. Anyway, it's sometimes good to get ideas for, making stuff. I don't know. I just like looking through them. So now we have DVDs. So I generally will try to find VHS, but then if it was made after VHS was no longer a thing, then you don't really have a choice. So I got The Family Stone, which I think this is my favorite modern Christmas movie. Like I said, modern to me is like 80s and up, really. It's so good. It is sad too, but it's so funny. I watch this every year. John doesn't really like it that much, so I usually watch it by myself, but got that. We've got 8 Crazy Nights, which is also a really funny movie. The first time I watched this movie, I was high as a kite, and I was living with a family that was Jehovah's Witness. It was a very weird experience. I guess the whole family might not have been Jehovah's Witness, but it was weird. I don't think that the father was, but it was weird. It's a really funny movie, but I mean, when you're high, things are a little different. And then I've got Prancer, which I think is a movie from the 80s. I've never seen it before, and we might even have the VHS, but I wasn't sure, so went ahead and got that. And then I found the Simpsons Christmas episodes, so there's 5. It's really weird to me sometimes when I think about the fact that The Simpsons is still on TV, because The Simpsons started on TV when I was in elementary school, and it was like, I feel like it was a bigger deal then because there wasn't really anything like it prior to that, but I just remember we would all talk about, like, it would come on Sunday nights, I think, and then we would all talk about it on Monday mornings, and it was just such a different, I don't know, just a different show. And then I found this Frosty the Snowman. This one's like a newer one. I think it's like 2011. It's not that great, but I have all the other ones, so I just thought. It's called The Legend of Frosty the Snowman. I think the first one and the second one were the best. And then I think I probably already have all of these on VHS. Maybe not. But it's just original Christmas classic. So I guess it has Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which I love that one. And then it has some like extra ones too. So Frosty Returns from the 90s. Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. Maybe I don't have that one. I don't think I have Cricket on the Hearth either. And then The Little Drummer Boy, which I'm pretty sure I have that on VHS. But I just thought it was, I don't know. I just wanted it, I guess. Or this might have come in a lot as well. I don't know. And then there is this Looney Tunes Christmas, which I'm assuming is probably, I don't remember this, so I don't know if it's newer or not. Like, I don't remember it from when I was a kid, but I'm assuming it's probably like, yeah, The Story of a Christmas Carol, just from the Looney Tunes characters. And then we've got Christmas in Connecticut, which is a very old movie, like from the 40s, I want to say, which I love, but this is like an updated version from 1992. And well, I like the original, but the reason I was excited was because it also has Tony Curtis in it, which there's a little photo of him on the back there. I love Tony Curtis. I read his biography last year, and it was really good. He made a ton of movies, like over 100, I think, and so he pretty much worked with like everyone from old Hollywood. So I'm excited about that. This, I am so happy that I found. I can't believe it. Well, John actually found it while we were in the store. I think we got it at Value Village, but it's the Dean Martin Christmas show, still sealed. I am, like I already mentioned, I love watching old Christmas specials. I like this one, I've seen it before, but my favorite is Dean, or it's Christmas with the Martins and Sinatras, and it's Dean Martin's whole family and Frank's whole family, like all their kids, and it is my favorite. I love it so much. But I wish that they still made Christmas specials the way they used to back then. I feel like they were at like just variety hour specials probably peaked in like the 70s or maybe 60s and then just kind of died off. They were probably died off by the end of the 70s, but it was like such a thing that was popular then. So love that. I think this either was, maybe still is on YouTube. I try to like, I think I still have it, a playlist of them. I try to keep it up to date, but they do get deleted. And then we've got Jim Carrey in A Christmas Carol. This is like an animated movie, but like realistic animation. Is that a thing? Like it looks very realistic. I don't know if you can really see. So it's technically animated, but it has like a realistic, more realistic. Like they look human, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I only seen this one time, but it was good. I figured, like I said, I think I'm just trying to build like an extremely large collection of like every Christmas movie or special ever made. It's probably unrealistic, but so then I found It's a Wonderful Life on DVD, which I own this on VHS, but it said that it was a collector set with like special features. This is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. In fact, this movie like is Christmas to me. It's a tradition in my family to watch this on Christmas Eve that I have like kept up in my adult life. And so when I think about Christmas, like anytime I think about this movie, that's like what Christmas is to me, and it would be weird to not watch it during Christmas. Like, I never get sick of it. I actually got to see it in theater a few years ago, and it was so magical. But it has the making of It's a Wonderful Life, like a little documentary. It has the original theatrical trailer, and then it has a tribute to Frank Capra, who made the movie by his son, narrated by his son, which I thought was cool. And then I also noticed that it says that it's a restored black and white version, but that there is a color version on there as well, because this movie is in black and white. Now, I am not a fan of colorized films and TV. I hesitate to say this because if you don't know, then you might not be able to not see it, but I'm going to tell you anyway. When watching things that have been colorized from black and white, one of the main reasons I don't like it, and once you see it, it's hard to unsee it, at least for me. When they talk and open their mouth, usually their teeth and the inside of their mouth is still black and white, kind of like it looks gray, and it is very distracting. So now you know. So yeah, like the first seasons of Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie were actually shot in black and white, and they've been colorized now, but I find it hard to watch the colorized versions for that reason. But I feel the same way about movies. I just feel like they should be shown how they were. However, having said that, I might give it a try and watch the color version, and it'll probably be like the only time I do it. But I guess the only benefit to that is if you're not into black, like I can see how somebody who's only watched color movies might not enjoy watching a black and white movie, but if you're like a classic movie lover, then I feel like it's not a big deal at all. But so maybe if I was watching it with somebody who doesn't normally watch black and white movies, I might watch the color, but to me it doesn't take away from it for things not to be in color. Now this I am very excited about because I am a huge fan, but it is the Carol Burnett Christmas with Carol. So when I first seen this, I freaked out because I didn't know that Carol had a Christmas special. I was like, how have I not known this? But it turns out that she didn't have a Christmas special. This is just a collection of her like Christmas skits from her show. But I love Carol Burnett. I love the Carol Burnett show. I wish that I feel like TV and movies will just never be what they once were. And I miss those times a lot. So yeah, I was very excited about that. I can't wait to watch that. You'll see I found some other Carol Burnett things too, like in haul videos I'm really excited about. So I was excited about finding this too, because this was on like my Amazon wish list for a long time, but it's called Christmas Treats, but it's a collection of 9 TV show like Christmas episodes. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. So it has the Beverly Hillbillies, which, believe it or not, I'm actually like not that into Beverly Hillbillies. I feel like I've definitely watched it because we watched it in my family, but I don't know. I feel like I can only take it in super small doses, and then it's just like, oh, this is getting old. It has the Lucy Show, which Everybody is all about I Love Lucy, but I have to say I love the Lucy show, like probably even more than I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy was a big deal in our house as well. So I've seen every episode many times. And there's also another one. So the Lucy show, I think, was in the 60s. And then the other one, I think, is just called Lucy, that I think was into the 70s. And I like both of those, I think, better than I Love Lucy. And then Petticoat Junction's on here, Happy Days, The Odd Couple, Mork and Mindy, Laverne and Shirley, Cheers, one of my all-time favorite sitcoms ever. We've been watching it. We haven't watched it for a while, but we've been like, I really want to watch through all of Cheers and then watch through all of Frasier. And then I think they're coming up with a new like season of Frasier, which I'm very excited about. That's probably my favorite 90s sitcom. Yeah, and then love American Style, which I've never heard of that before, but pretty excited. I think they have a part 2. I think it might be called Holiday Treats. I think they're both on my wish list on Amazon, so I was excited to find it. Just these are all probably at most $2. And then we've got like multiple collection. There's 4 movies on here. Oh, A Hobo's Christmas. That's one of the ones I shared on VHS, I believe. Yeah, right there. Okay, well, these very like made for TV movie vibes. Probably not Hallmark, but maybe newer, like 90s or something. Anyway, A Hobo's Christmas, which apparently I already have. I'll Be Home for Christmas, Angel and the Family, and Christmas Wonderland. Christmas in Wonderland. Oh, that looks like Patrick Swayze. Oh, it is Patrick Swayze. Okay, so it's like slightly better than Hallmark with like mainstream actors. And then another one that I was so excited for. This is one of my favorite specials as well. I watch it every year. It's Christmas with Bing and Frank. Love it. I had no idea that this was on VHS. It was on YouTube. It might still be on. I definitely had it in my playlist at one point, but again, they'd get taken down a lot for, I'm assuming, copyright. But I'm just really excited to have this. And I actually found the CD, I think last year, so of the whole special that we listened to in the car while we were looking at lights. It's just magic. It's magic that doesn't exist anymore, is the best way to describe. Oh, and it has bonus features too. I remember being excited about that at the time. I love, obviously, I love Frank, but I love Bing too, and just them two together just are great. And this is an older movie as well, I think from the 30s, maybe. Oh, actually, no, it says 50s. Never mind, 1950. The Great Rupert, which I might have this on VHS, but I wasn't positive. But it's starring Jimmy Durant, which Jimmy Durant is, if you don't know, well, I mean, lots of things, but it's gonna drive me nuts, so I have to look it up now. But he was like in one of the Christmas specials. Just have to search like Jimmy Durant Christmas cartoon. Yeah, Frosty. I couldn't remember exactly which one. I could picture his character and everything, but he is the like the narrator. You can kind of see there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you can see he's the like the, you know, the guy who narrates the story of Frosty the Snowman, and like it even looks like him. I know Fred Astaire does one as well. It's either a Christmas one or it could be an Easter one, but his cartoon looks like him as well. It's cute. Okay, so two more, so not too long, although this video is probably almost an hour. I apologize. We've got The Night Before, which is a newer movie, still sealed. We've watched this before, and it's pretty funny for like a newer like comedy. It has the guy who's from Third Rock from the Sun, which John really likes that show, so I think that's why we originally watched it. Well, Seth Rogen's really funny too, but yeah. And then this one is just, again, like TV, made for TV vibes. I don't know if, I keep saying that, but I don't know if they actually are or not. It's just, that's the vibe I'm getting from it. This one's new too, but it's called A Christmas Too Many. But I was excited because one of the stars is Mickey Rooney, who I like. Definitely like an old Hollywood alum. And I'm not sure, 2005. That's weird that that's so long ago already. I was saying, I can't believe that 2022 is like over halfway over. I feel like it just turned 2020. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because this has probably been a really long video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably do another like Christmas haul, like, you know, in the beginning of December with everything I get from this point on. I'd like to say it probably won't be that much media given how much I just showed you, but I don't know. I keep thinking that I have pretty much every Christmas movie, and then I just keep finding more. So I will say that I do, as soon as Halloween is over, I go into like full Christmas mode and I start watching Christmas movies and shows and stuff, listening to Christmas music. So I make the most of it. I really love it. It's my favorite time of year. So I definitely make the most of all of November and December. But then once it's over for me. Like, I don't linger into January with Christmas things at all. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and so we'll just get on with the regular videos that I have. I may upload a couple of times a week just to get caught up because I have so many already filmed. So there's quite a few like thrifting hauls. I did a few projects in the house as well that I still need to film a little bit for those, but they're mostly filmed. I just film the process. And I filmed some of my collections as well because I don't actually thrift very often. I don't know, even though it's like secondhand, I'm pretty minimal, I think, compared to most vintage lovers. I don't really have a ton of collections. Like I just don't like a lot of stuff and clutter. So I'm definitely not, they call it maximalist, I think. I'm definitely more on the minimal side. I'm not a minimalist, but definitely more on the minimal side. Not that there's anything wrong with being a maximalist style if that's what you like. Everyone should just do whatever they want in life as long as it's not hurting anyone else. But for me, I can't get into like the accumulating a ton of stuff or consumerism. Just, it's not my thing. So I don't thrift very often. Generally, I thrift everything. So I usually go thrifting when I need something, and then sometimes I find other things while I'm there. But right now, we've mostly been thrifting for VHS, which that you'll see a whole bunch of VHS as well. I've been buying like big lots and going to thrift stores and looking for them. And now I would say we probably have like over 500 or 600. I filmed my collection of classic VHS, and then I've been showing all the VHS we've been getting, and then I filmed my collection of like newer, like 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. But then we bought a bunch more since, and my whole system that I had in the basement for them is like, I've outgrown it. So I'm coming up with a new system, which I think is going to work really well. It's really extra, but I don't know. I'm excited about it. It's just gonna take a while, but I'll probably show that when it's done as well. Anyway, I'm definitely gonna stop talking now because it probably has been an hour. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, regular videos will hopefully be coming soon. And yeah, I'll see you soon.